Hey y'all, it's Alicia and welcome back to Alicia's Crafty Hop Lop. Happy Sunday y'all, happy Sunday. Well, this video is going to be a little bit different, maybe a bit like a throwback video to before I got into like fancy editing y'all, maybe. Today is really about community. So it's not that I don't have a make to show you, but the focus is on community and not on what I made. So let's start that off with me sharing with you my small business purchase last month. So I make a point every month of trying to support some kind of local or small business or someone in our craft community. Last month it was Scrap Diva, and this came in the mail and I'm very excited to use it. It's funny because we're all prepping up and gearing up for Halloween crafting, but I was excited to receive this. This month my small business purchase is with Monti, the Thepolkadotpinecone. And if you don't know this already, y'all, I'll put a link to her channel down below. But she has fabulous supplies at really, really reasonable prices. And it's really nice to support someone in our local community when we can. For my small business shout out for this Sunday, I want to do a shout out for Cuttlemeclay, otherwise known as Cuttlemeclay Flowers on Instagram or Flower Shop on Instagram. I've been following her for years now, I guess. And she makes the most beautiful ones, y'all. Plus, if you're not a good floral maker, like I struggle to make a pretty flower, she has excellent tutorials on her channel. So when you're going to check out the flowers she has for sale, you also might want to check out those videos. They actually helped me make better flowers. But she's my small business shout out for this week. And she doesn't ship internationally yet, but her flowers are so beautiful. So if you live in North America, you are super lucky because it's like a way to get like much nicer even than Prima flowers, y'all. That's how good her flowers are. Impressive. The make that I did for this week is very much in line with what we're talking about. I think some of you know from Instagram, I did the Fodder School Challenge. I really enjoyed it. And that's mostly mixed media focused. But you can learn something, y'all, from anything you watch. It doesn't matter what style it is, right? You can take that information away and use it in your own way. And I loved the idea of these, they call them gratitude medallions. And I thought, oh, what a great thing to send to people. You know, this is one I made with denim and graphic 45 and a bunch of lace. And on the back it says, I am grateful for the kindness you exhibit every day. So basically, I wanted to invent all of these sort of gratitude ribbons for members of our craft community, different ones in different styles, because y'all know I've got people that are shabby, I've got people that are vintage, I've got people that are Maggie-esque. So I wanted to make like a whole bunch of them. And then I wanted to make like little carriers, flat mail carriers that I could easily, I guess they're somewhere between a flat mailer and a card. Yeah, the card, non-card maker. But they're somewhere in the middle. Like this one is less card, that's the tuck spot, and there's a little tuck spot for some other things in the back. This one is like a little bit more card-like, and it also has a little bit more going on, as you can see. So there's a place for me to write a note, there's another pocket in the back. The graphic 45 one looks very different. I actually am surprised at how much I like I do like graphic 45 paper, but this is so not usually my style. It's the style of the person who's going to be receiving it. But I love how this one turned out actually. And you know, y'all, I used the inside of the cover of the Stamperia paper pad, not graphic 45 for the base, because it was nice and thick paper. And look how pretty that came out. So why did I invent these medallions, these sort of gratitude medallions? What's the purpose of them? I wanted to send little bits to people, a little something. This is probably my favorite style. A little something that just tells them that I'm so grateful for how thoughtful they are about what they put into our world, our craft world. So some of them get it because they support everybody. They're just so supportive and encouraging. Other people because they just shine a bright light every time they do something. Each one says something different on the back in my horrible handwriting. This one says, I am grateful for your generous spirit, right? This one says, I'm grateful for the love you show everyone. So this is just a little way to tell people that I appreciate them and how they better our world through their channels or through their support of other people's channels. So in the spirit of that this week, I thought we would do something a little different. I thought it would be nice this week to draw some attention to a couple of challenges that are happening in our community. One is Crafting with Enis. She's a relatively new channel. She's doing a challenge because she'd like to send out Happy Mail and she doesn't know everybody yet. And so she thought if she did a Memdex Madness challenge, she would have people's addresses and then she could start sending out Happy Mail. All she's asking for, y'all, is a Memdex and an embellishment, and Purposefully Crafting the Divine Intervention. Y'all, I have known Geneva for years now, I guess for years, and she is so supportive. Whether you're doing a hop, she watches it. If you're doing a challenge and she can support it, she will. But she is stuck, y'all, right at that, like, you know, that 947, I think yesterday it was 947 subscribers, and she'd like to hit the 1,000. It's only 53 away, right? We can get her there. So if you haven't gone and checked out her channel, or you didn't catch her fruit swap, oh my goodness, y'all, I looked forward to that fruit swap every time she posted. It was great. It was uplifting. She did a great job showcasing everything. She also did a great job running that swap. She really did. So if you don't know Geneva and Purposely Crafting the Divine Intervention, again, go and check out her channel. And if you like what she does, and I can't imagine you won't, subscribe. And spread the word, because we can get her over that 1,000. Sometimes, y'all, when you're stuck right below the 1,000, it's really hard to get over the hump, but our community can get her there. The other person who's asked for our help is a crafty friend of mine, Alicia Lovelettergeneration. She's at the other end, y'all. She's almost at 5,000, and she's, whether you're doing a hop, she just wants to get there. She's on the road, she wants to get there, and y'all know that. Let's say you like a completely different kind of crafting. Let's say you like shabby or vintage crafting. You're thinking, well, what do I have in common with that channel? Y'all, it doesn't matter the style. You can learn something from every kind of maker. I learned from every single style. I just apply it, just like I made these, you know, I made these were taught as mixed media projects, but they became not mixed media projects. That's what I mean. Sometimes don't be limited by the style that the person's making in. Take a look at how they're making, what they're making. It might give you all sorts of ideas and inspiration, right? Anything can become something new in your hands, but maybe you wouldn't have had the idea if you didn't watch it. Alicia has this ability, I'll tell you all something. I think I don't want a collection, and then it goes into her hands, her or V's, Buzzing with V, and I'm like, why didn't I buy that collection? Blooming Wild, that's an example. I love the colors in Blooming Wild, but I couldn't imagine making with it. And then I saw those two women make with it, and I was like, I should have bought it. And then of course it was sold out. Lesson learned, right? So listen, I think we can learn something from everybody. I think everyone on here has something to teach us. And so don't be limited. Just if you're a shabby maker and you say, well, that person's a Maggie maker or a clean crafter, that doesn't mean you won't learn something from one of their projects or you won't be inspired. That's why these hops are so exciting when we see them, because we see all these different types of makers, right? And then we're like, oh, I didn't think about making a shaker out of that, or I didn't think about building something this way. We have to leave our minds open, y'all. And you know, each person has something to teach us, trust me. Each person has something to teach us. We just have to be patient and watch and listen and allow that inspiration to come. So that's my community shout out for this Sunday. I hope you enjoyed it, y'all. I know it's something different, but I think every once in a while it's good to shower our community with a lot of crafty love, and also to say thank you. Thank you for making your videos. Thank you for posting on the Instagram. Thank you for imbuing all of us with inspiration. And on that note, y'all, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, y'all.